Once you submitted your plans to the government agency will review your plans for 3 to 6 weeks. 6 weeks. Um, and agency will. It takes a long time because they're not just reviewing your plan; they're reviewing a lot of plans. So, the agency gets a lot of backlog. So that's why it takes 3 to 6 weeks, sometimes longer, sometimes months, depending on what type of review you're doing. Agency checks the plans if it meets codes and standards again, um, and also check if your plans can be constructed. Sometimes it's dumb, you know. Sometimes people get lost into codes and standards and forget the reality of construction, right? Construction is very hard, so um, it's very hard, and there's a certain process that they do. So if your plan doesn't follow that process, then it's just not possible to get built. So the agencies check for constructability. Um, Agencies also check for accuracy. It checks if everything matches. It checks if it matches the analysis. So every design there's an analysis, engineering analysis behind it, and to see if does it follow that analysis. Um, is it does it have the same number as what the analysis is saying, right? So it checks for accuracy. Everything matches. All the numbers matches. Some plans will have different material on one sheet, and then when you look at the next sheet, you're looking at the same thing, but now it's saying a different material. So that's confusing. So it checks for accuracy, and then the agency will return your plans with their comments. Whatever they see anything wrong in your plans, they will write onto it and then return it back to you. And then now the engineer will address those comments, or if the comment doesn't make sense, um, an engineer will argue those comments. Sometimes, um, different people have their own a different interpretation of codes and standards. So that's when the discussion happens between the engineer and the agency, so that they can be in the same page, and so they can resolve that. The They can resolve, the difference in understanding. And then once the engineer address all the comments, they will resubmit the plans to the agency, and then again the process repeats. It will take again weeks. It will go back to step one. It will take weeks for the agency to review the the plans that you resubmitted. You go back to the same process. They will check the plans, go through all that list again, and then once they see that you address the comments, or they have additional comments, they found new something new that is wrong in your plans, they will add more comments, and then they'll send it back to you, so you address them, and then again you'll have to address them, and then you resubmit it again, and then the process goes back to the start again. So that goes on um, until you address all their comments, and until they think that you already addressed all the codes and standards in that plan. So that process could take 2 to 4 times. No, it's very rare that you get your plans approved the first time. So average, this process takes 3 times. So that's why plan approval takes months. So that's the government review. in a nutshell.